What if the biggest thing holding your team back isn't a lack of effort, but actually too much of it? Just, in all the wrong places. We're about to dig into some surprisingly modern wisdom that comes from the 19th century, all through two simple little stories that reveal a deep truth about how we work together.
Oh man, we've all been there, right? That moment when a super well-meaning colleague tries so hard to help that they just end up making everything 10 times more complicated. It's this universal frustration, and what's wild is that people were dealing with this exact same problem over 100 years ago.
So our first story is about a team of horses. Yeah, horses. And it's a simple but really powerful tale that gets right to the heart of the difference between just being busy and actually being effective.
Okay, so picture this. You've got a team of powerful horses, all harnessed together, ready to pull a really heavy load. There's a single person, a teamster, watching over them, making sure they're all lined up for a perfectly coordinated pull. It's the very definition of synchronized teamwork.
But here's where it all goes sideways. Before the signal is even given, two of the horses decide, hey, we got this. They rush forward, they break formation, and they start pulling with every ounce of their strength. And after all that furious energy, the load doesn't budge. Not 1 inch.
And this is the part that really matters. Their solo effort wasn't just useless, it was actually destructive. By jumping ahead, they literally blocked the other horses, preventing the entire team from pulling together as one. Their good intention, their zeal, totally sabotaged the whole effort.
And then comes this moment of truth. After being corrected, the horses get it. They basically admit their mistake, saying, "We see we have not moved it, but hindered its moving." They realize their good intentions went totally wrong, and that all they really needed was a little bit of guidance, a check, not some big punishment. They were ready to get back in line and work as a team.
Okay, now for our second parable. This one's a little more complex, it involves machinery, and it's just a brilliant metaphor for how individuals fit into a bigger, interconnected system, like a company.
So this time, imagine we're in a factory. There's a room full of mechanics, and each one is responsible for their own small, specific machine. But here's the kicker. Every single one of these little machines is connected by belts and gears to one massive central flywheel. So each person's work is an absolutely essential cog in this single, harmonious system.
So here's the deal. As long as every single person focuses on their own machine, the whole system just purrs along perfectly. It works beautifully. But the second a few of them decide to abandon their posts to go fix the big main wheel, chaos. A horrible, jarring noise fills the air, and the entire building starts to shake.
And the feedback they get is sharp, and it is direct. The problem wasn't the big machine. The problem was the people who abandoned their assigned roles. By leaving their stations, they were the ones who threw a wrench in the works. They were, to put it simply, out of their place.
But just like the horses, their intentions were good. They weren't trying to cause trouble. They genuinely thought the whole system was about to fall apart and that they had to jump in to save the day. Their actions came from a place of panic and, really, a deep lack of trust in the system and in their teammates.
So, we've got two totally different stories here. One with animals, one with machines. But they are teaching us the exact same really powerful lesson. Sometimes our desire to help can actually hurt the cause.
A perfect modern term for this is misplaced zeal. It's that passionate energy we have to solve a problem, but it's applied in the wrong place or at the wrong time. It's when our eagerness to contribute makes us step outside our role, and in doing that, we accidentally create way more problems than we solve.
When you boil it all down, it looks like this. The horses tried to be heroes and learned that going rogue, even with the best intentions, can shatter team harmony. And the mechanics? They abandoned their posts to fix a bigger issue and learned that the best way to support the whole system is often to just do your own job really, really well. The message from both is loud and clear. Trust the process and trust your teammates.
Okay, so how does this wisdom from like the 1800s actually help us today? Well, the parallels to the modern workplace are frankly a little uncanny, and it makes you ask a tough question. On your team, are you ever the overzealous horse or the meddling mechanic? The signs of this misplaced zeal are everywhere at work. It's the person who micromanages their coworkers' tasks instead of focusing on their own. It's that constant scope creep on a project because someone keeps having great ideas. It's solving problems that aren't yours to solve or offering unsolicited fixes to other departments. It all comes from that same impulse, that need to fix every problem, even when it's not ours, and often at the expense of our own core duties.
Look, at the end of the day, these stories aren't about squashing initiative. Not at all. They're about channeling it in the right direction. They're a reminder to trust our colleagues and to trust the systems we work in. So the question to leave you with is this. Are you focused on pulling your own weight to the best of your ability, or are you getting distracted trying to fix that great big wheel? The answer could honestly change how your entire team moves forward.